Hi all, Melissa Patterson here, working on my screencast on Formative Assessment Web 2.0 tools. The first I'd like to show you is Edpuzzle. This is one that I've used a few times in my AP Biology classroom, as I teach that as a semi-flipped class where because I have to make sure that my students remember their background biology information before I go into the deeper AP topics, I tend to assign them homework at night to go through my old PowerPoints as well as to watch videos to get their background information going. I've used Edpuzzle because what it is, it's a video sharing site, but you can add questions into the videos at various stop points. So if you just look here, this is the home page. Because I'm a science teacher, I have it set up to pull up science information. You can see these are trending in science. So I'll just pull up this digestive system video. This is a crash course video on YouTube. Crash course is a widely used science series of videos. I clicked edit. But if you look at the Edpuzzle, so you've got the regular YouTube video, but then you see down here all these question marks. So at various points in the video, I'll go ahead and start it. At various points, the video is going to stop and a question is going to pop up for students to answer. Unfortunately, they are YouTube videos, so once in a while there are ads. But once we skip it, going. This is Hank Green. He is incredibly smart. He is a science guru. So the video is going to play, and it'll get to a certain point. Let's see if I can fast forward to it. There you go. Fast forward to it. He's given some information, and then what's going to happen is a question is going to pop up in just a moment. And that question, once it pops up, there you go. So now the question, name 2 types of biological matter or nutrients that our bodies need to get from food. This information was supposed to be garnered from the video, so students will type it in. You can, now I'm in edit mode, but after you type it in, you can click continue, the student can click continue, or if they don't know how to answer it or answer it incorrectly, on the regular play option, there's going to be a back button over here where the video will go back and they can rewatch it and then answer again. Once they're ready to move on, continue playing, and it'll move through the next segment and eventually come up to the next question. Again, you will see then we've gotten through part and another question will pull up. You can see here how you've got the correct answer chosen and there the 2 incorrect are written as incorrect. So depending how the student answers, they will either move on or they will go back and rewatch the segment. Again, this is in the editing phase of it, I'm sorry for lack of a better word, the editing page. So if there's one already made but you don't want it as long, you can crop the video, make it shorter, you can change the questions, you can make it best suit your classroom needs. If we go back out to Edpuzzle, again you can search for any content. So my next unit is going to be on mitosis, so I can type in mitosis and it's going to pull up pre-made Edpuzzles on mitosis. You can use any video sharing site. So here you can see popular channels. You can use any YouTube video, any Khan Academy video. You would pull them into Edpuzzle to create your own. You can then just add questions as needed, and you can build classes in here and assign it to your students. Again, just to see if they are understanding what the video is showing. The other site that I've just recently started using is Quizzes. This is an online quizzing site. Again, you can search for pre-made quizzes, or you can create your own over here. I've recently taught the cell membrane in my, actually let me type that in, cell membrane, in my honors biology course. So when you type that in, it pulls up all these pre-made quizzes. If you want to see if you like it and want to use it, you simply just click on the pre-made quizzes and scroll down and it'll show you the questions that are included in this quizzes. If you like it, you can go ahead and use it. You would press live game. This is a kind of competitive game situation, so there are some options as a teacher you can choose. I always require a login. I have my students name themselves. I always tell them to use their name or a nickname I know because I want to see how they did. You can choose to shuffle the questions and or shuffle the answer options because the questions do show up on your students' personal devices, whether that be a phone, a tablet, computer screen, whatever it is. So if you want to cut down on cheating, you would probably choose to shuffle the questions and or the answer options. I like to use this for both pre-assessment and formative assessments throughout the unit. So if I'm doing it as a pre-assessment, I choose not to show the answers or review the quiz at the end of it because I want to then give it as kind of a post-assessment as well to see how their knowledge has grown. If I'm giving it as a formative, then I would choose to show both the answers, either show the answers and or show the quiz review at the end. When you're ready to start the game, you would click proceed, and this will be you'll need to show this up on your screen. Your students will go to join.quizzes.com and they would enter the game code here. Then they would be prompted to enter their name if you chose to not have anonymous logins. Once you have at least one person who has joined it, you would click start and the questions would show up on their devices. What's going to show on your screen then is the leaderboard, the scoreboard. And it'll show in real time how students' scores change. It doesn't show their answers, it just shows their name and their score, so kind of gets that the competitive juices flowing. And as far as the report section, like I said, I like to have my students to put their names in so I can keep track of their scores. As I said, I just recently started using quizzes. I used it this past week, again, as a pre-assessment, so please don't be what am I trying to say? Don't worry about the 50% accuracy, because this was a pre-assessment. This is before I even taught the material. So I wanted my students to have a preview of the vocab and to see what we'll be learning over the next couple of days. But as you can see, it's basically the leaderboard. So it shows the green is the number of correct answers, the red is the number of incorrect, and it shows you all of the students. You can see that some of my students have 2 names listed, because that is how I kind of got around students who didn't have devices or don't have service in my classroom. I let them pair up, and I had both students' names put in as their student name. Again, you can use any of the hundreds, if not thousands, of quizzes that are already created, or you can create your own, just depending on what your needs are. Hope you enjoy this and that it helps you out. Have a great night.